You need to watch this if you struggle with staying warm in extreme conditions. Subscribe and share for more survival secrets from history. In WWII, the cold was as deadly as any enemy. On the Eastern Front and in the mountains of Italy, frostbite and hypothermia claimed countless lives. Issued gear was often inadequate, forcing soldiers to improvise for warmth. Amidst this struggle, a simple innovation emerged: the insulated survival tube. This tube, often improvised from basic materials, trapped body heat and became a lifeline in freezing conditions. Veterans' diaries recall how this humble tool meant the difference between life and death. The insulated tube stands as a symbol of resilience, a reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. The insulated tube was a human-sized cocoon designed to maximize body heat retention. Unlike bulky sleeping bags, its cylindrical shape minimized heat loss and created a warm pocket of air. Inspired by burrowing animals, the tube mimicked nature's way of surviving the cold. Soldiers could sit or huddle inside, keeping insulation intact and reducing empty space to heat. Some tubes had drawstrings to seal in warmth, making them even more efficient. Its design was versatile, usable while sitting on watch or curled up for sleep. The tube was more than bedding, it was a personal microclimate. Simple, effective and inspired by nature, it was a brilliant adaptation to brutal environments. The tube's effectiveness came from its materials as much as its shape. The outer layer was tough, wax canvas, durable and water-resistant, shielding against snow and rain. Inside, wool was the material of choice, insulating even when damp and trapping warm air. This combination kept soldiers dry and warm, even in the harshest conditions. Waxed canvas repelled moisture, while wool managed sweat and maintained insulation. These materials, chosen for practicality, worked in harmony with the body and environment. The result? A portable, reliable shelter that could withstand the rigours of war. The tube's construction was a masterclass in using simple, time-tested materials for survival. Knowing how to use the tube was as important as having one. Soldiers changed into dry clothes before entering, preventing sweat from chilling them overnight. They insulated themselves from the ground with pine boughs or cardboard, reducing heat loss. Layering clothing inside the tube created extra pockets of warmth. Greatcoats were often draped over the tube for added protection. Ventilation was crucial, leaving a small opening near the face prevented dangerous condensation. These field techniques turned a simple tube into a sophisticated survival system. The survival tube's principles are timeless and easy to recreate. Modern bivy sacks or emergency blankets can be improved with a fleece or wool liner. DIY versions use waterproof fabric for the shell and wool or fleece inside, just big enough to fit snugly. Elevate yourself with a foam pad to prevent heat loss to the ground. Change into dry clothes before entering and ventilate to avoid condensation. Add hand warmers or a hot water bottle for extra heat. The key is understanding heat loss, convection, conduction, radiation, evaporation, and using simple materials to combat them. With this knowledge, anyone can improvise a survival tube from almost anything. Today, we rely on high-tech gear, but the insulated tube proves simplicity often wins in survival. No batteries, no moving parts, just smart design and reliable materials. The tube was dependable, adaptable, and could serve as bedding, shelter, or even a gear bag. Its versatility and robustness made it invaluable in the field. In survival, the best tools solve multiple problems and don't fail when technology does. The tube's lesson: don't overlook simple, time-tested solutions. Skills and knowledge matter more than gadgets with dead batteries. The insulated tube is a perfect example of low-tech, high-impact survival. The insulated tube is more than a relic. It's a lesson in survival. The cold and the need for warmth haven't changed, nor have the principles of staying alive. Soldiers' hard-won knowledge, layering, insulation, moisture management, remains vital today. History offers practical strategies, not just stories. The most important survival tool is the mind: assess, adapt, and use what's available. The tube connects us to generations of ingenuity and resilience. By embracing these lessons, we honour the past and equip ourselves for any challenge.